Okay, so I think I'm ready to start right now. Okay, so what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my page and to my channel. This live that I'm doing, I have a YouTube channel. So when I do these lives, I also post them on YouTube. So that's basically what I'm doing. So it's been like it's been a long time coming. So oh man, basically this live stream is basically catching up on all the different things that have happened that I wanted to talk about, that I haven't had time to talk. Either I haven't had. I'm just gonna be real honest. When I get home from work, I don't be feeling like talking about this stuff. Like when I first see it, I'm excited about it, but then when I get home, I don't be caring about this stuff enough to talk about. No, but I mean, I did want to talk about it, but I just be so tired. I'm just a lazy type person. About I'm lazy with the things that I'm lazy about. Not everything, but um. So let's just get into it, and then for all my YouTube people, like I think I said it on another live, but I still have not gotten a webcam, so I'm using I'm basically using the Beagle app to film myself, but then I also have I'm also showing my screen too. It's anyways, it's hard to explain, but this is how I'm doing it because I don't have a webcam yet because for some reason I just keep forgetting to go and buy one. You know, and it's not a money thing. It's like you know how there's some things that you just be meaning to buy, but you just for some reason you just keep forgetting to do it. Um, and it's like recently I've really just been on a just an online shopping binge. You know, just like buying all kinds of different clothes from off of Shein.com. Um, I love their clothes from off of Sheen. So, anyways, let's get into it. Without further ado, uh, let's get into it. So, on my YouTube channel, basically, I just talk about different pop culture topics, and what I'm going to start doing is just like there be a lot of different medias that I may want to talk about. Like for instance, with Housewives of Atlanta, I don't necessarily want to go and do an analysis of everything from out of a season, but there's definitely a lot of different things, just certain situations from different seasons that I would like to point out. And so that's basically what I'm going to do. Or if it's a certain type movie, um, like the other day, I was watching the movie Wicker Park, and I just started thinking to myself, for everybody who knows that movie Wicker Park, I just started thinking to myself, you know what? Matthew Lillard actually is a really good actor. I can honestly say I enjoy him in everything that he does. Like, even in that one movie from the '90s that he was kind of like the villain. Like, I even enjoyed him in that movie as well. And so I was thinking to myself, I probably am going to eventually do a movie. I'm sorry, not a movie, but a video about Wicker Park. Um, so, anyways, let's get into this topic. So, I know, like I said, I'm playing catch up from stuff that I've been meaning to talk about, and we just gonna get into this Andrew Caldwell situation. So, let's see, about a few weeks ago, right? Sis was stirring up some drama at somebody's mama's funeral, and I'm just like, um, Miss Main, how you gonna come to girl, how you gonna come to somebody's funeral acting a fool and you had the nerve not to even have your braids refreshed? Like, did anybody? Okay, well, let me just show the video because I got it on repeats. Okay, okay, this video right here, and everybody, y'all on Bigo, you can't see it, but I'm gonna get a webcam eventually, y'all. I'm gonna get one. Okay. Um, he walk up into this funeral, or my bad, not he, she walk up into this funeral with these old crunchy raggedy braids, trying to act like she a part of high society or something. Like, my thing is, this is a really like low key. She be looking better on, like her the off days when she be on the radio than she did at this funeral. Like, I mean, for one thing, is this okay? From what I understand, she was invited, but they didn't want her to sit on the third seat of the funeral home, or the funeral service, and yet she was. And as you can see, it appears that she's been escorted somewhere else. And I promise you, this lady, like, she was just so serious, but she looked like she was being professional at the same time. But she was just like, no, you coming off this third row, and that's what you go to. And either you gonna go to the back, or you gonna get up out of here. But you not gonna sit up on this third row. That's what you not gonna do, sis. And then, can somebody tell me, who was she like? Like, as they were, as she and the other lady was coming down the aisle, who was she like waving at? Who was? I don't know. I just cannot get over these ancient old raggedy braids. I can't get over it. Okay. Who was she waving at? Like, now we all know that it's not outside of sisters mo to just pretend that somebody is there, because, oh my goodness, all y'all day ones of the usher board, you got to remember when she used to be like twirling around that little apartment, and she used to be pretending like it was somebody in the next room. Oh man, like them was like the days. you know? And it's so funny because it's like it wasn't that long ago, but it's so crazy how even like 5 years ago, would kind of like stuff that you were into even 5 years ago would kind of make you feel like a little nostalgic. But hold on for just a minute. I'm getting a call. I'll call you back. My bad. Okay. Like even stuff that happened just like 5 years ago, like it'll make you feel nostalgic. And I just miss the Usher board. Like, man, I wish I wish I could still watch those old videos and stuff. But anyways, yes. Now let's get into this message that she wrote, because I promise you, like, I kind of feel like when I watched that, when I like the more that I watched the channel League of Liars, and I really, really, really enjoy her Becoming Andrew Caldwell series, and I feel like her going down the timeline of showing how sis kind of like evolved into this monster that we all know her to be. I feel like I have a lot more clarity about why she acts as like so crazy the way that she does. I guess I didn't. I guess I have always known that she's an attention whore, but for some reason it's just like hearing League of Liars kind of just break it down that and I'm talking about the intro of the videos, the becoming Andrew Caldwell. She says that that like Andrew Caldwell, like, I wasn't always this bad, but because of the fame and the the desire for attention, it's turned me into a monster. And I really feel like, wow, that really is what it is. Like, all of the grandstanding and the posturing that she does, pretending like she doesn't like the attention, it really is all an act. She really does like the attention, because when she always is constantly doing something to gain more attention, and that's something that I think I didn't really understand before. Like, if you don't like social media and you always want to block people when they leave comments, even though it's the comment section that brings people there, because I'm telling you, it was the comment section that really kept what really drew a lot of people to watching Andrew Caldwell videos, okay, or her lives. Like it was people. The people in the comment sections are so funny. Like I mean, you have the best comedians in those comment sections, and then now because she has really cracked down on her mods, like it's just like it's not even fun anymore, And then now she's coming and trying to attack YouTube channels that now because you can't just come into on her lives in the comment section and kiki and have fun. Okay, so now as a result, like people have made channels, and so now she wants to come and attack those channels. So, like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, like, I just feel like, um, it's everything that I used to enjoy about social media is just like with each passing day, it's just like dying more and more. Like it's just so annoying. Um, hold on for a minute though. I wanted to. Let me pause for a minute. It was something Okay, I was trying to get figure out something as far as like the next topic that I wanted to cover. So, but anyways, yeah, like everything is just I don't know, like everything is just going to the dogs. Or really like whatever. So, but anyways, let's get into what she said. So Andrew Caldwell is like, usually I don't address clout chasers, mean, malicious, and ungrateful people. You are correct. Your mom and I was not close. However, I came to the funeral to support you and your mom. I've never met you nor talked to you. If you listen to the video of the lady who Sis is addressing, I only watched the video once, so I don't know. I may have forgot some stuff, but from my memory, if my memory serves me correctly, I think she said that. So like, why are you even? Anyways, whatever. It says one thing you won't do is slander my name when someone is supporting you from their heart. I had many things to do, but supporting you was on top of my list. Be advised when you use my name. Say he is a man with a good heart. What actually, she is a woman with a good heart. Is what Sis meant to say. Um, and both those things are lies. Like it's lie. It's a lie. It's a double lie because for one thing, she's not a man. And secondly, she doesn't have a good heart. It says, I understand you are grieving, but I won't go low when the goal is to fly high on my Michelle Obama. If you have any additional comments, contact my attorneys. Spread love and never hate. I am grateful for her singing at my aunt's funeral last month. Thank you, Queen. I never sit where the family sit at. I sit on the other side of the room, or I guess maybe I should say the other side of the room where the pastors and bishops sit at. Yeah, and to me, I kind of feel like, why did you need to space down just to write this? Like, was this a PS or something? Like, we already know that you like sitting among the pastors and the bishops because obviously you like men. So, but it says, so Alicia Denies French said, so who put Andrew Caldwell on the third row at my mama's shit? Didn't know her, ain't speak to none of us, but had his ass a seat. Or her ass. Stop playing with me, y'all, because we don't MF and know that girl. So like, yeah, like obviously she said that, my bad. I wasn't even paying attention to the comment. Um there was no reason for her to respond to this, because my thing is, if you're even your expressing the same sentiment, which is that y'all didn't know each other, so why did you feel the need to come out and say anything about it? I don't understand that, but I can tell you one thing, honey.
Musical homegoing.
Um, what's her name? The chick, honey, she read her down, okay?
I usually wake up in the mornings, crawl out of bed.
Oh, I hate these commercials. Hurry up.
Grab my blender, plug that sucker.
Because I'm not even finna go into all of that tonight. I'm just letting it be known that I'm gonna address this shit tomorrow for sure.
You lie?
Hell yeah. Because my thing is, you is a bold ass, ugly ass bitch.
No, seriously.
Like Andrew Caldwell, I will beat the fuck out of you. Like, ooh. I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that. Excuse my eyeshadow and all things. Andrew Caldwell, don't you ever in your life screenshot my post and do all of that as if what you saying is so innocent and what you did was just so right and none of that. Bitch, yeah. I'm not talking to no attorneys. I'm talking to the motherfucker who screenshot my status and put it on his page. I asked who told him to sit there. No, he didn't sit with the family. The family was on the side that I sat at. Where Andrew Caldwell sat was exactly where he wasn't supposed to sit. There was bishops, preachers, and out-of-town guests. She sang at a lot of people auntie funeral. She sang at a whole bunch of aunties' funerals. But they didn't sit they motherfucking asses wherever the fuck they wanted to sit either. So how the fuck dare you try to tag me in some shit or try to
Now, this is the thing about sis, right? Just like League of Liars said, she loves the attention, right? But she listen, she can't handle it when somebody read her behind down. Like she really cannot handle that heat and that fire that the chick came with, and that's the reason why, and right away she gonna come out with this message, trying to make herself look like the victim. Girl, please back down, because you ain't got no smoke for these people, honey. We saw Messy C put you in check years ago, so we know you the only people that you feel like you want to boss up on is women. But I doubt that you can even boss up on this chick, honey, because she look like she'll cut you, and she look like she know a bunch of other people that will too. So like, have a seat, sis.
Screenshot my post. Like I said, who the fuck told you to sit right there? I said what I said. I said what the fuck I said. Who told you to sit there? Don't get your ass cussed out. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Andrew, I know where you church at. Don't do that. This ain't that. This ain't that. We'll beat the stitches off your motherfucking tummy tuck. Don't play with me. This ain't the fucking time. How dare you? You didn't need to be there. How about that? You want to pay your respects. You didn't speak to nobody in the family, first of all. You didn't speak to nobody. You didn't give no fucking offering. You didn't speak. You didn't give no offering. And you thought that you was...
Child didn't speak, didn't give no offering. Now, don't it be the first thing she do whenever she get in conflict and say, oh, okay, I'm going to donate $50,000 to this charity and I want you to match it. But can't even offer an offering. Oh my goodness, this stuff, like this really gives me like the back in the day, a few years ago, like the Usher board juices. Like, it really does. It's just I haven't had something like this that actually happened with sis that actually got me this interested and excited in a long time.
It's important enough to sit on the third fucking row at my mama's musical and she didn't even know you. But because she sang at your auntie funeral that made you special enough to sit up there. I don't give a fuck what radio station you on.
You gonna have to do the song.
I don't. Give me a ranch.
So you want 2 ranch?
Oh, I get 2. Ranch and honey mustard.
Okay, because it come with 1, right? So. All right.
Yeah, I want ranch and honey mustard.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out how you bold enough to make a whole daggone screenshot my post. I said what I said because we don't know you. You are not a friend of the family. None of that. I'm quite sure when she sang at your aunt's funeral, it wasn't because your ass asked. It wasn't because she don't know you. So however the fuck she got on the program, I'm quite sure it wasn't because, oh, you called her up and y'all talked about it and she came and sang at your auntie's funeral. Bitch, you didn't deserve to sit on no motherfucking third row. I don't give a fuck if it was by the family. I don't give a fuck if it was by the visitors. What was you there for? You didn't have to show your support and sit on the third row. Then you want to be all in and... Boy, get the fuck on. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Andrew Caldwell, you absolutely are nobody. I really need you to hear that. I don't give a fuck how many radio stations you're on. I don't care about none of that. You're literally nobody. I'm getting my chicken right now. You're literally nobody. You got clout from going in front of the church trying to be embarrassing, talking about you don't like men's no more. And now you sit on the radio station preaching the gospel, still talking about men's or whatever I do and I do. So you wasn't delivered. So you lying on God. That's one. That's one. You lying. He ain't delivered you. Because your ass ain't asked to be delivered, ho. Andrew Caldwell ain't got shit to say. But everybody who's, and let me say that, everybody who's connected to him, whoever told him about my mama service, whoever is his pastor and all of that, don't bring him fucking around me no more. Don't bring him to nothing honoring my mama, none of that shit. He was not that important to be moved to the front. And then, according to what I heard, oh no, I'm putting my chicken on the floor. And according to what I heard, nobody even told him to go up there. He asked somebody, was it room? And they told him no. It might be some room by my daughter, but I don't know. And they walked off because I tried to eat Kelly up on that post too and having that because Kelly ain't never had no ill intentions on doing none of that. So that's how I know Kelly ain't just told that man to bring his country ass up there. I already got my chicken plate. Y'all playing, I'm dead ass serious. Andrew Caldwell, you a bold ass bitch. Like you hella fucking bold. And I'm not, and I'm finna get off her because I'm tired of shit. And I'm finna go home and I'm finna eat my food and then I'm finna go on about my business. But let's take the facts. You came, you sat on the fucking third row that nobody invited you to with the preachers and pastors that you're not, for invited guests of out of town, which you are not. You didn't know my mama, you didn't know me, but you wanted to show some. You don't know none of my family. And then you wanted to show support, but you didn't give the offering. And you didn't even speak to none of us. Bitch, and you got escorted out with your punk ass. Find you somebody to play with. Like, for real. Like, I don't even have the energy and gusto to give you what I want to give you. Oh, but trust and believe. Once I give me a little bit of strength and a little bit of rest, I'm on your motherfucking ass. I'm going to call the radio station every day. I'm going to call that motherfucker every day and harass you. I'm going to find ways to harass you that I've never even came up with. Insane in the membrane is exactly how I'm about to go on your ass. Because, bitch, you didn't have to say shit. It was a question. And if you want to address the question, you could have just said who the fuck told you could do that. But your whole post basically said nobody told you could do that. And you did what the fuck you want to do. You ain't shit over here. So you don't make no calls. And everybody on his post, it was a blur. I don't even remember. I remember every motherfucking thing. I don't give a fuck what you don't remember. My mama died, not yours. You can choose to not remember when your mama died. I wanted to remember everything about mine. Fuck y'all and y'all mamas. How about that? My mama gone now. So I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. And fuck Andrew. And fuck whoever told Andrew my mama service was there. And fuck Andrew in that fur coat. Fuck him in them little bow wow ass braids. Fuck Andrew in that little, her on the chinny chin. Fuck Andrew. Okay? And
she reading sis down. Oh my good. But I will say, child, Lil Bow Wow braids look way better than that, honey. I'm trying to think, what do the braids look like? Who is somebody that I can say them braids look like? I can't even think. They raggedy though. Like they real raggedy though. Like how you gonna come up in the place, don't speak to nobody, don't give no offering, and come in there not even looking right. Oh my good girl.
And make sure y'all let him know I said fuck him. And don't nobody call my phone because ain't nobody checking shit over here. I'm going to say exactly what I want to say on this motherfucker. I'm going to do exactly what the fuck I want to do. I'm putting my mama in the dirt tomorrow. So anybody that think they could tell me to do something, please hang it up. Fuck y'all. And fuck them. And fuck him. And fuck whoever invited him. And now I'm getting mad. So I'm finna get off of her. Because fuck y'all. And fuck them. I don't have to explain shit. I had a problem.
Okay. So, yeah, in other words, she was like, sis, this ain't what you want. So you might as well pull back, but oh man, this is like I said, this really does give me like the old Usher board tease. And you know what? Speaking of Usher board, I haven't actually went on their Instagram page to see if they have anything about this. I gotta go in there and see what they got. But anyways, for now, I'm gonna move on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, because this one, like, oh boy, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. Oh, goodness. Let me get the thing up here so we can have the visuals. Because this one right here is like this is a loaded one that that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Okay, let's kind of like go back in time a little bit because I wanted to talk about the last video that I did. I talked about how Sweet Tea read Dr. Jackie down, honey, and was calling her all kind of bitches, honey, and she said F you, girl, because I ain't caring about this stupid little first grade dumb hierarchy queen bee thing that y'all been having going on for the last 10 years. And and where you and Dr. Simone get to sit on this show and act like you queen bees. I don't care about none of it. So, and it's so funny because like Dr. Simone, she tries to act like, Simone, not Simone, she tries to act like Toya is just so dumb. But honey, at least Toya was smart enough to find her a man that make more money than her. And I say that being somebody who really can't even stand Toya, but like Simone and Dr. Jackie, I've never liked either one of them. Like the both of them are so incredibly, they're just the most sorry women that I can say I've ever seen on reality TV. They're sorry because their careers are their everything. It is their complete and total identity. They have nothing else going on that they feel like is as important as being a doctor. That's the reason why Jackie sat up and ignored her own husband, because she wanted to be a doctor. So it's like, and then she gonna sit up there and say on one of those reunions, I forget the number, that the reason why I spend so much time working is because it fills a void, because I never got the opportunity to be a mother. And it's like, well, maybe if you had taken some time off like when you were younger in your younger years to, give more attention to your relationship and having a baby, maybe you wouldn't even be in this situation. To me, I kind of feel like your being at work is the issue, or you working so much is the reason why you didn't have children, right? Or else you would, because my thing is, who waits until they get your age and then suddenly it's like, okay, well, I really want to have children. And that's the reason why Curtis was like, he put a brick wall up to it, because it's just like, girl, them years has passed. Like, let's move on. We're not there no more. So, but I think she was like in, I want to say maybe the third or fourth season, she was like, oh, okay, I want to start having a baby. Like, who waits until they're your age to want to sit and start having a baby? But like I said, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are the most sorry women that I have ever seen on reality television. I would say outside of Kim Zolciak. They're not quite on those degenerate levels, but they just annoy me, because I cannot stand people who are so insecure that they make their career their absolute end all be all and their absolute personality and their identity. Like, it annoys me. Because what that says is that you have an insecurity issue, you have an underlying personality disorder that you really you need to fix. If being a doctor is your end all be all, like, you need to change that. And they always do this thing, like, whenever someone is new and they come on, that, oh, you gonna take all of my shade and all my disrespect, and you gonna take it because, well, we're doctors, well, we're OBGYNs, but my thing of it is, do you know how many women for centuries delivered babies and they didn't have any sort of MD degrees? Like, what you do is nothing outside of what women have been doing for centuries. Like, then it's like and please forgive me, because I'm just ranting, because, like, it's just been a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to say for a while. They always want to clown, Dr. Heavenly being a dentist or whatever, and try to act like she's not really a doctor, as if somehow the mouth is, like, not a part of the body, but somehow the vagina is. Like, somehow the vagina is more a part of the body than the mouth, even though, like, if you get a gum disease, that can spread to the entire body. Like, the mouth is just as much a part of the body as the vagina is, and anything else. Like, I think that the both of them really are jealous of Dr. Heavenly. I really do. Especially Dr. Simone. I feel like when Dr. Heavenly first got there, they really was trying to break her down and break down her profession, but she really had to let them know that this was not going to, they wasn't going to play them games with her. You know what I'm saying? And as much as Dr. Heavenly kind of, like, annoys me, when it comes to Simone and Dr. Jackie, I really am glad that she took the stance that she took. Initially, like, when she first got on the show, because the both of them are really annoying. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, and I want to get these other stuff out of the way before I get to the quad drama. Okay, okay. With all that being said, Dr. Jackie had me cracking up when she was up there talking about, she was sorry that she didn't get up and slap Sweet Tea when she called her a bitch and said F you. And I was like, oh, honey, yeah, I'm pretty sure you wanted to, but you wasn't going to do that, Dr. Jackie, because you know that Sweet Tea would have jumped up, honey, and powerbombed her. That girl would have powerbomb your behind. Now, this is what they need. They need to get Dr. Contessa back up on there, honey, because Contessa would have flipped Sweet Tea over. She would have flipped Sweet Tea on her back, honey, and then ran 10 miles. I love Dr. Contessa, and I really do miss that she's on the show. Look, girl, honey, Contessa would have chopped this girl. She would have chopped that old Sweet Tea down, honey. That's who they need to get back. Let me tell you who they need to get back on there, because I listened to the Carlos King live streams, and I actually listened to his last one, and his last one was actually really funny, and it was just so. And this is another thing about this thing about Dr. Heavenly's channel getting taken down. Okay, yeah, her channel is taken down, but then the Carlos next live stream, she's on there. Okay, Dr. Heavenly, yeah, we see you. My bad. We see you in your PR, girl. Bye. So, but anyways, Carlos King was saying that he was asking the people like who should be on the show, who they need to get back on. They need to get Dr. Contessa back on there, and they need to get Lisa Nicole up on it, because Lisa Nicole know how to get that thing started, honey. She know how to get them things going, child. Her with her old scamming behind, honey, and her little ugly old husband. But I really did enjoy Lisa Nicole and Dr. Darren. I really did. Especially Dr. Darren. Like, that man, Dr. Darren just has the quintessential, he had the quintessential perfect televangelist voice. Like, I mean, he just had one of them voices, like, he could just lie anybody out of millions of dollars. I love Dr. Darren's voice. Honey, he used to just be coming with all of them lies. Like, he just used to be lying to Lisa Nicole. So funny. So, like that whole thing, he tried to pull it, trying to act like he wasn't at that strip club. I just got done watching that season, so that's the reason why it's fresh in my mind. But it's just so funny. I really do miss Lisa Nicole and Dr. Darren. So, but and Contessa and Dr. Scott, I really do wish that they were still on the show. Especially because of this next thing I'm about to bring up. Okay, Dr. Alicia and her ugly African husband, Dr. Kimmel. If you come back to next season of Married to Medicine, we gonna need y'all to come with something other than Dr. Kimmel being African. Like, and this is coming from somebody who is married to an African. So it's not about me just having like a non-tolerance or dislike for African culture. It has nothing to do with that. Every single scene that Dr. Kimmel was on there, it was just like they did everything to remind us about how African he was. Like, everything. You know, because I'm so African, you know, I don't go down on women. You know, I don't want to cut my balls off because I'm just so like, I'm just like, okay, we understand it. We know you are African. We understand that perfectly fine. You're African. We get it. But it was just like every, like I'm telling you, every scene with, almost every scene with Dr. Kimmel in it, it was, hey, did you forget I'm African? Hey, just wanna make sure I remind you I'm African. Hey, it's been 10 minutes. Hey, did you forget I'm African? Like, we get it, Dr. Kimmel. You're African. Like we understand that. But you can tell, but this is the funny thing though. You can tell that Dr. Alicia and Dr. that they said, listen, you know, being a friend of the show, you know, it's some cute little money, but being a full-fledged, you know, like cast member on the show, that would be a good check, honey. A good check. So they was like, listen, they took a consensus and they was like, neither me or you have any real personality or any real charisma. So we gonna use the one and only thing about us that's interested, and that's Kimmel being African. And we just gonna we just gonna beat everybody over the head with how African. But you know what? I feel like either it's an act, or Dr. Alicia is the biggest fool, because I just kind of feel like unless in y'all is just acting for the camera, I just don't see how any woman in her right mind would be okay with sitting on the TV show and having her husband say the things that Dr. Kimmel said about her. She's been well trained. Like, no. To me, I listen to me. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, there is no African male on the planet that would sit here and marry any woman. Okay, let alone an American woman, and expect her to be this woman that is like a carbon copy of an African woman. Like you wouldn't marry somebody who's not even from your culture and then yet expect them to be like completely in tune with your culture dynamics. My thing is, you needed to marry an African woman if that's what you wanted. Another thing that I wanted to point out, well, while we on African women, what African women do we know of that are weak and passive and trained? Like, what African? I've never met an African woman that was just this pushover. I've never met one that was like that. So I just don't understand like where this is coming from. Like I don't know where this is coming from. So like African women and men are both very vocal. They tend to be very loud, much like Hispanics are very loud. Like most foreigners appear to they kind of tend to be very loud. You know, and you know, no hate or nothing like that, but I'm just saying this is what I observed. Like you got to be, you listen, you and Dr. Alicia was like, listen, we gonna try to get this check, but all I can say is if y'all make it to next season, give us something more. Like, we need more than just Kimba being African next season. Like we gonna need something more than that, you know. You know, we love African culture, love it, but we don't, like, I just got tired. I just felt like I was being beat over the head by it. Okay, so, but yeah, okay, now let's get into the full mess of this quad situation, y'all. Because I can tell you one thing, I completely understand where quad is coming from. I can completely understand all sides of it. But let me just tell y'all where quad is coming from, just in case anybody is confused about it. Okay? And this is something that I know just from my own personal experience. I know this is how broads are. Quad said that she here for the check. And if you think that all them chicks on that roster is not also there for the check, like you just don't know. All them chicks are only there for a check. Okay? Here's the bottom line. All them chicks are disloyal and treacherous, and you can't trust none of them, okay? And Quad knows that. Quad included, because I wouldn't trust none of them chicks. Not around my husband. That's the reason why I understand why Heavenly is the way that she is, because she know how treacherous she is, so she know how treacherous the next chick is, okay? So Quad is like, okay, well, these chicks is treacherous. That is the reason why Quad did not tell them bras none of her real business when she was going through her divorce, because you can't trust none of these women. All of them. Look, let me tell you, because Simone is running. She was really doing a whole bunch of acting on that reunion show, trying to act like she was just such this great friend, to Quad. But do y'all remember how quick she turned on Mariah, and they did a voting Mariah out of the group? And this is like the one thing that really just pisses me off about Married to Medicine. This stupid, immature schoolyard thing that they have with voting someone out of the group. Like, I'm just tired of it. Like, they gonna need to cut that mess out, because people are really growing just sick and tired of the nonsense. Sick and tired of Dr. Jackie and Simone being on the pedestal. Sick and tired of this whole I'm voting someone out of the group. The nonsense that they had going on in Napa Valley, telling Quad that she needed to leave and whatever. Like, that was just some stupidness. But Quad, right? Even though, like she said, she never on camera that I've seen sat up there and said, pick me over Mariah. She never did say that. But she was okay with it because she was mad with Mariah. Listen. Ain't none of these chicks loyal. So here's what happens. Quad, when she's filming, she films because she there for the check. But off season, because Dr. Heavenly said it perfectly. She said Quad is a good friend on the show, but off the show, when the cameras are not rolling, she's not a good friend. When they not filming, she goes in a hiatus. She don't answer their calls. I heard Heavenly say claims that she spends a bunch of her time in Africa looking for a husband, which I think is great. The only thing I will say is, Quad, make sure you do your due diligence and make sure that the African you get with is actually rich, because you don't want to be looking stupid like Portia. But because Portia is looking real dumb right about now, honey. Oh, and Portia, that's like a whole separate video all its own. I don't even feel like getting into that nonsense tonight, because I'm already tired. It's 10 o'clock already. So, she puts them at arm's length, okay, because they're at arm's length. They are not real friends. Like, them chicks is treacherous, okay? She puts them at arm's length, okay? And when the cameras is rolling, she's there. When it's not, she like whatever. And I'm pretty sure what she does is she spends her time with her real friends, with people who she actually can open up with. And I don't think there is nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I can tell you one thing I will say, honey, on this last reunion, girl, Quad was doing all kind of Academy Award winning acting. Girl, that thing she had going on with Jackie, I would not do that. I would not, girl. My thing is, what did you explain yourself to Jackie for? Jackie is the one that need to explain for her own actions. Now y'all trying to sit up there and blame Quad and say that she that she dug up this old interview of Jackie dissing black women, saying that basically black women be over exaggerating and lying about the bad treatment that they get at the hospital because they're black. Like, Dr. Jackie is the one who is at fault for that, and I cannot believe that Quad even wasted her time trying to convince Dr. Jackie that, like, girl, you could just see that how the Quad is, girl, she like, listen, this Married to Medicine check is good, and I'm going to say whatever I want to say, whatever I need to say to stay on this show and be in good enough with these bras to where we can just keep going along, the train can keep rolling, and I can keep getting this check, but I still don't really care about them. Like let me tell you, she was looking at Toya. She was staring at Toya from across that room like, girl, if I wanted to rip you up right now, I could, but I'm not going to do it because, honey, my mission here is to apologize and get back on y'all somewhat good side so that I can be back next season and I can still be getting these checks, honey, because that's all I'm here for, honey. She said, listen, that's all I'm here for. Okay. And honestly, that's all I would be here for. Girl, you can look at how fast Phaedra, old scandalous behind, threw her to the wolves. Talking about she didn't want to die on the Titanic. Phaedra, last I checked, honey, you was a Titanic on Housewives of Atlanta, girl. So what you talking about? You need to be lucky you here right now. And honestly, I really am gonna make a video about the Phaedra situation because I'd have so much to say about it. Oh, girl, like Candy Burris. Oh, ooh, goodness gracious. Okay, but anyways, that's all I'm gonna say about it for right now. But I definitely will do a dedicated video talking about that madness with Phaedra and the sex dungeon and the lies. Like I got a lot to say about that. So, but yeah, the show was a whole bunch of lies on that stage. So, but this is a situation. Sweet Tea, and these allegations that Sweet Tea's mother tried to beat up Dr. Heavenly. I'm pretty sure that they did try to confront, like Heavenly, but I absolutely don't believe that Heavenly got beat down. Like, yeah, she probably was confronting her or whatever, said something to her, but Dr. Heavenly getting beat down, yeah, okay. I'll believe that never. But you know, all I can like, girl, listen, it's just crazy to me that you know you got this little girl, Sweet Tea, and I was just thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, man, like, and to think that I used to think that Portia Williams was just seemed so dumb, like. Sweet Tea just takes it to a whole nother level of how stupid she is. Like she just comes off on camera so incredibly foolish, like just uncouth, ratchet. Like I'm telling you, this show really just does not seem to be a good fit for her. I feel like she really would be better either on like a housewife show or like on Love and Hip Hop, because she just is really, man, just really ratchet, like just a ratchet little chick. But I'm glad that she got Dr. Jackie together though. Like I will say that, but she's just really ratchet. Like she just always is just like on the reunion. I feel like she was just trying to come for everybody, but really her only real problem that she really, you know, the only really person that she had issues with was Heavenly. Here's the thing here's what I can't respect about her and the Heavenly thing. Dr. G is the one that I feel like you really need to be getting at. Like, yeah, get Heavenly, but I feel like she sat up all season and let Dr. G make a fool out of her. Like, the whole thing that she told Dr. Heavenly, she said that he lied to her about. She said that she accidentally forgot to set the alarm, and he came and told her a lie and said that somebody tried to break in the house or something like that. Something like that as like a punishment because she forgot to set the alarm. It was like some nonsense like that. On top of that, another thing is when she went to get her teeth done at Dr. Heavenly's office, and she was saying, oh, something, I need to ask permission. Like, I feel like at this point, are you partners, or are you his employee? Like, I just feel like, why you so mad at Dr. Heavenly, you really need to be mad at him, because he treated her like a complete slave on that show. Like, I mean, it was, the disrespect was just high. Honestly, I just feel like, you know, he felt like, okay, because this is the thing about these old dudes who be trying to get with these much younger women, right? It's all about wanting control. So, from what I know, I think he's like, maybe like 13 years older than Quad, something like that. So I guess he probably thought that was enough time. But honey, Quad, like myself, is not a stupid young woman. Like me and Sweet Tea are around the same age, right? I'm not stupid like her. You know, like that's the thing of people. Like, they always act like because you're young you have to be stupid, and that's really just not true. Like, Sweet Tea is just, she's dumb because she's just dumb. You know, like any woman that'll sit and lay up in the house that a man shared with another woman is a dumb chick. Like you are really just stupid. And oh goodness, I wanted to talk about something else, but my phone about to die. Why in the world did I not charge my phone? Anyways, yeah, any chick who will sit up there like, you stupid. If you actually will, she talking about, she just, with the day, she said something like, oh, the day I arrived with my bags. So you just was like the little, just the little nothing chick that he just, you know, got off the streets, and you just came with your bags, and like, but their dynamics are all off. And the way that he treated this girl, I understand why him and Quad is not together right now, because Quad is not the type, from what I can see, I don't know her personally, but her persona on TV is not the type to sit there and get talked to like that and treated like that. So I see why, number one, she never had a child with him, and number two, why she divorced him. And I understand perfectly why, when she said it on the last episode, she said that I freed myself of that marriage, and I know exactly what she feel like. So I guess this is the reason. So Quad, that didn't work out. So this is the reason now he went from 13 years to 20 years. So now him and this girl's got like a 20-year age gap. And I mean, mind you, Dr. G is older than Sweet T's mother. Okay, so really, it really should be Sweet T's mother that he should really be looking at. But you know, girl, all I can say is you need to grow a backbone, and you need to take some of that aggression you got with Heavenly and put it on your dude, because he made her look like a complete fool all season. And honestly, I really do kind of feel like some of her anger at Dr. Heavenly may just be some misplaced anger at him, because you know, like, he was just making her look like a fool, and she was making herself look like a fool. And like, I don't know, all I can say is that I just hope that she not back next season, because she just does not have enough. My bad. She just don't have enough coof to be on this show. Like, your mama trying to fight Dr. Heavenly backstage. Like, the only fights that have really been on the show was the Mariah Toya fight, and then like the Lisa Nicole and Quad fight, which I don't know, I don't necessarily feel like that was a fight. That was more so Lisa Nicole taking those little itty bitty hands of hers and throwing a glass at Quad's face. And you know, that pissed me off too, because Heavenly and Toya was trying to make it seem like Lisa Nicole was justified for taking a glass and throwing it at someone's face just because she didn't like what Quad was saying. Like I said, I'm telling you, that kind of stuff people process, and that's the reason why Quad, she cool on them chicks. I'm telling you, and I would be too. And like I you know, like in my social experiences, like when I go out to the bar and stuff like that, you know, like I have like a lot of associates, people that I know that, you know, but it's the relationship is only like a hi bye, you know, cordial, you know, let's have fun and drink. I don't tell them people my personal business. I don't go no further than, you know, hi, and maybe just some banter while I'm there. But like I'm telling you, because at the end of the day, I know that none of these people really have my back. None of these people really care about me. You know what I'm saying? And all of them treacherous. They don't care about me. You know, like my mom had threw a birthday party not too long ago, and she invited a lot of the people from the bar. Most of them didn't even come. So that just shows you, like, they just all fake. But then, like, they'll be smiling in your face afterwards, though. So, but you know, it just is what it is. But you know, before this phone cut off, let me just talk real quick about something, because I did want to fit this in. Okay. Now I wanted to talk about the situation where John Schneider basically called Beyonce a dog, and basically he was angry because him and other white people are angry because Beyonce is doing country music. Now listen, I listened to via like YouTube Shorts. I was scamming, like doing like the little swipe it up for the YouTube Shorts, and I heard like just different people that was playing the soundtrack on their video, right? So I heard some of Beyonce's country music, and I'm telling you, like the songs were just trash. And all these years of her being, you know, a performer, Beyonce still just she still does not have any sort of idea about what it means to have basic vocal technique. Like, she is the most amateur singer that I've ever heard in my entire life. And then on top of that, she has the nerve on top of it, she has an ugly voice. Like, the music was just trash. Like, to me, I feel like you have to be a special kind of person, right, to listen to Beyonce sing and actually feel like she sounds good. You know, like you have to be a special kind of person to be like, you don't hear how horrible and amateur she sounds. So, but, like, okay, so, the white boy, John Snyder, the one that, I know him from Smallville because, you know, I'm a big fan of Smallville. And, you know, so I know him from Smallville, but he was on the Dukes of Hazzard or whatever. So he, said that he whatever, Beyonce's a dog, whatever. Here's my thoughts on it. um, okay, I'm gonna need for white people, like, when y'all try to lay claim on something, like when they try to lay claim on country music, or on anything, on braids, right? They want to lay claim on braids, right? And say that braids is not a black thing because of course in our society the only people who are not allowed to have bona fide cultural norms that are synonymous with them are black people. Everybody else is able to have their, you know, their cultural norms that are synonymous with them, but black people are not allowed to have our own things that are synonymous with blackness, even though it's black people that, according to their own scientists, were the first people here, which means that they're the ones that innovated hairstyles. You know, Joe Rogan claims that the Vikings wore braids. Meanwhile, braids are not even, straight hair is not really conducive to wearing braids, but he says the Vikings wore them. So, but if white people, if you're going to lay claim to something, I'm gonna need for y'all to actually have been the originators of it. Okay, I don't have any issue with them saying this is my thing, right? But when people know history and they know that you did not originate country music, and yet you're sitting here mad because this, I guess we can call Beyonce a black woman. I guess so. Just for a lack of a better word, we can call her black. And you're mad because this black woman is singing it. You know, you look stupid because we know that you didn't even originate country music. You didn't originate, really, there's really nothing that exists now that a white person originated. Okay? Historical wise, there really is nothing that you can originate as far as music when I'll just keep it at that. You can't, because I don't want to go. Girl, my phone about to turn off. So, but anyways, you can't sit up there and say I'm mad because this person is you can't say that I'm mad because this person is indulging in some music that I didn't even originate. Like, if you're going to try to lay claim on something, please actually originate it. Like that's the only thing I'll say. You know, I'll say, like, outside of that, I really don't care anything about really them and what they do. To me, I kind of feel like I don't understand why. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, sit tight, y'all. I'll be back. So, chat. Y'all just seeing my mess, girl. Y'all seeing my mess. But yeah, this stuff is all from my mom's birthday party. Oh my goodness. So, you cannot you cannot get mad because somebody is indulging in something that you did not originate. It's like the same idea as them saying, well, black people did not originate braids. It's for everybody, right? But the thing is that we actually did originate. If you look at history, braids were originated by blacks. Like we got combs, that's specifically made for Afro hair that was found in the tombs of Egypt, and white people love Egypt, so I mean they must know about it, right? Here's what I'll say. Rob Schneider need to be more concerned with making sure he paying his ex-wife all the alimony that she deserves, because under the last thing that I heard about him was some mess about him getting a divorce and not paying that lady the money that he owes her. So I kind of feel like we need to stick to the rivers and the lakes that we are accustomed to, and just stay out of mess that don't concern us, okay? My thing is, white people did not originate country music. They had white people, there's very few things, if anything, that they originated, right? Because you can't even barely even trust anything that you read on Google or anything, because when you have people who are dedicated to making themselves appear to be the all-time conquerors of everything, can you really trust their information? Like all the information that you're getting? I mean, they can barely even tell you where they come from. They think that that people come from apes, when in actuality, let's not go there. But anyways, so here's what I thought about it too. Another thing I thought about it. I don't understand why it is that black people always seem like they're so surprised that white people don't like them. Like, I just don't understand. Like, do you feel like centuries of feeling a certain way about somebody will just, I don't know, disappear and evaporate like water just because it's 2024? I don't understand, why do they always act like they're surprised? And you know what was so funny, Chad? I'm just gonna be messy for a minute, honey. I'm just gonna be messy. So let me go here. Let me minimize my window for a minute. Oh, here, before I do that, let me do this. Okay, let me minimize me. And let me move this over. Chat. Okay. Oh, actually, I don't even start a new one. Let me go here. Where is the... Okay, here we go. Now, now, Rob Schneider, right? As some of y'all may know, he is most famous for being on the Dukes of Hazzard. But where I know him from is from off of Smallville. Now I am a huge Smallville fan, and so I found out like a few months ago that they actually do have like a Smallville podcast, which is called Talkville Podcast. So it's this what you're seeing on the screen. This is the videos. I actually watched it. This was a good video the other day. But I was saying, like, honey, now I know that they had to have heard about what this nonsense that dude said about Beyonce, but you think they gonna talk about it? You think they gonna bring it up on their podcast? You think they gonna say nothing about it? No, they not gonna say nothing about it, because they in agreement with it. And that's the thing about me. I can enjoy things that they do or that they create and still know the kind of people that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fully understand. That's why it's not a shock to me, and that's why I don't understand why is it always a shock to black people. Like, this is what they are. Like, but I just thought it was so funny. I was watching the other day. I'm like, honey, you think they gonna bring that up, honey? Honey, they ain't gonna say nothing. And the thing about it is, they've had him on their podcast. They've had him on the podcast. So, girl, honey, it was just like, honey, messy. But yeah, I'm gonna need these people to, like, actually originate something and then lay claim to it, because you can't just keep co-opting stuff that other people originated, and then, because you're the face of it now, you're like, oh, well, no, we can't have nobody else a part of the club. Like, it just don't make sense. But anyways, like, it just is what it is, honey. But the one thing that, like, occurs to me too, though, girl, honey, he gonna say this about Beyonce, honey, but he sure did have no issues, honey, taking home them little Tyler Perry checks, honey, when he was up on that Half and Half Not show, honey, and then had the nerve, honey, to be fooling around with what's her name? Fooling around with that black lady on the Half and Half Nots, the one from Off of the Game, and she was on that movie with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. What is her name? It's a pretty woman, honey. And what's funny thing, honey, she actually got her white man, honey. Honestly, I don't know how black women do it, girl. I don't know how. I don't know how they do it. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it, just because, listen, let me tell y'all the day that I stopped really caring about black women swirling with white men. The day that I heard that back in the day, apparently, the state had to mandate black men to marry black women. So they had to force them to marry a black woman. I'm telling you, that's the day that I was like, you know what? I'm not into it. I could never do it personally, but I, like, if you want to go that direction, like, just do it. Like, if you want to get you a white man, go and do it. Because anytime the United States got to force you to do something that you should already want to do naturally, obviously what you're saying is that you just don't want this. You don't want these women, clearly. So, but yeah. So, but what was I saying? Chad? I know her name. Tika Sumpter. That's her name. Boy, honey, you sure didn't have no problem, honey, using cashing that black man Tyler Perry check, honey. Cashing out them checks. Honey, that's one thing he said. He said, honey, listen, I don't like you, but I will take your money, honey. But anyways, was there something else I wanted to talk about? I feel like I just kind of like to get out as much as I can while I'm here. But anyways, this video is already an hour long, so anyways, I'm gonna cut it off there. But those are like the 3 things I wanted to talk about. I think that, like, back when it happened, I kind of had like some things to say about Monique and her son, but honestly, really, I don't really feel any different than what I felt in the other video. I just feel like all of them is full of mess, especially her son. I feel like, boy, you can't sit and be taking handouts from your mama if you claiming that she's such a terrible person. And can somebody please tell me if she, went out and she made, college funds for you. It's not her fault that you went and you messed off all the money and you went and spent it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't act like she's a horrible mother and she never had any interest in you, and she's going and she's making college funds for you or whatever funds. She had like some money saved up for him and he blew through it. Like, that's your fault. You know, but I can tell you one thing, that joke that she had made on her little comedy show, that was really funny. It was funny. It was a real funny way to kind of like address what was said in like a comedic way. And at the end of the day, much like Angie Stone's daughter on R&B Divas, like, I just feel like he's just such a brat. Like, I don't know, I just feel like, listen, if a parent has done me wrong to the point where I can't stand them, then I'm not gonna take nothing from them. I'm not gonna take money from you. I'm not going to take nothing from you. And to me, I kind of feel like, why are you still taking her handouts if you just can't stand her so much? Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's a whole mess, and he need to stay off of social media. Monique need to stay off of social media. And she just, I don't know, need to either fix things with her son or drop it. She need to keep Sydney out of her situation with her son. That at the end of the day, that is not his son, and he need to stay out of it. So, but anyways, I'm gonna end the video right there. And you know, I just hope that y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did. I want to thank you for coming and drinking and chilling with me. And you know, just stay tuned for more videos. And what else? Let me go off of this. Thank you for tuning in. Like, you know, it's funny. As I'm trying to shut the video off, I'm literally still thinking about things that I want to talk about, because it was like so many things. Oh man, but this video is so long. Okay, I'll end it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure you come back to drink and chill with me. And until the next video, I'll see you. Thank you, and bye.